there'll be some evidence pointing to the soon-to-be-dead Snake who filched Mike. You want your cut?
Malin, get your twitchy... Close the damn... Damn it all! Now look what you done. State your purpose, or... Missing? Nope. Nope. I've got an animal rescue service to oversee, and it ain't easy. Lots to do. Day in, day out, they ran their little route, getting picked off along the way. What was I to do? Turn a... Look, I don't care if Nilsson sent you or not. You won't be hurting a hair. Back out of this? You want to dig through Sprat droppings? Be my guest.
Got the goods? Ow! What was that for? You're nuttier than Miss Malin. Though, you put that meme right... You do? I mean, you do! Of course you do! What did I... Right! As promised, your cut, plus a little extra to show my gratitude. Officially, speaking of...
Can we talk?
I want to thank you for... It has been a long time. You're right. I owe you an apology. I've been so and even then, you owe me... Thank you. You never... Most laypeople are not aware of this, but I had an idea that we should welcome the truth, no matter where we found it. And that's how I ended up assigned prison. Oh, exactly as you'd imagine. Can't say. The way I see it.
Is it true that Manta Queens devour their mates after copulation?
Yeah, well, sort of. They kill them, but they leave the body till their swarm hatches and eats it. The first meal is their father.
Makes one appreciative he wasn't born a Mantisaur.
Slimy man like you might fit in just fine.
I'm telling you, the Van No...
Bullshit, Graham. They don't just abandon orders.
They're on a very... Welcome back.
Damn it. I was hoping you'd have more sense than our venerable lead. Carlotta usually schedules the next drop.
That is... This cuts off one of our only 2 supply lines on Monarch.
About to.
We will deal with his subversion. I've already sent a team ahead to scout the press.
You sent the Van Noys there, didn't you? Oh, for fuck's sake, Graham! We needed them in the ruins. Our people died out there.
They went willing to fight for our cause. We need reinforcements. We need new...
The hell's the sense in recruiting if you just...
I have the utmost confidence in their abilities.
Yes, you're damn right he could have. But he... Look, just...
No. Can't fathom why you'd go searching her out. Don't suppose... Deal? A rather bad one indeed. The fella swore Fallbrook was unrivaled, and now that I've...
Hey, Cass. Knock, knock.
Uh-huh. You blind, little bird? Or can... Why is it every sissy pig fucker who strolls only nugget of...
Crude, but
Truthfully spoken. You know, I ain't heard that one before. Suppose I'll have to work... But first, well... Good of you to finally haul... Got something... So you got a brain on them, Shoal. To extract the gas, you'll need to siphon it from the lab in Cascadia into... Do I look like one of them egghead science types? But it's a control... To get to the gas, you'll... The lab, it's... Clever! That... Now, the task will require someone with technical skills. Dandy. Did I... Once you've got our goods, I've marked the coordinates for you to the lab in But before you... Good. There's a Borst factory on up the way, run by a man who... That aside, it's a business right... Start. Clive Lundberg. He's making the only meal to be had this side of Monarch, and I'm tired of ponying up for my dinner. And you're the soon-to-be handsome... Kill him. Run him out. I don't rightly care for the details. Hit him where it hurts. And... If you got brass knockers, you could shoot your way through... Might be... Then I'd say you might care to poison the cysty pigs. Doctor... It'll be more... Oh, and if you don't fancy going in guns blazing or... May...
Remind me never to get on Ms. Malin's bad side.
My dry goods come 75... No... Not so fast. But by... She needs it for a job? Well, why... Give me a... Will that...
Fallbrook's on the other side of the bridge there if you need a drink. We're only halfway to the mountain, so might consider stopping in.
Well done. We are victorious.
Look northwest. That ain't it, but marauders sometimes camp inside the buildings there. Steer clear unless you fancy getting shot. Westbound still. I'll let you know when we can start ascending. I call this Rotting River, on account of all the dead things I've thrown in it over the years. It'll take you into the Devil's Peak Caverns if you follow it under the bridge. That's one option. Others slope up. If you're up for some fun, let's chat. Ah, this factory offers the loveliest aromas. Like if you cook forest over a sulfur pit. Here they come!
Nice hit!
Like these on me, folks. Join me for a second. The caves back east are safest. You can head up this path if you want to shoot your way through a few nightmares on your way up.
Here we go.
Nice shot, Captain!
not look this steep from a distance.
It is a trek, isn't it? Almost like we don't have working lifts or roads. Look up. That makeshift bridge, we gotta cross it. First we go under, then hook around to the left, then up and over. Gotta go! And we're alive. Here they come!
Won't work. We're not getting through.
Nice one.
Here we go.
Tunnel here.
We were destined to prevail.
Ah, shit. That's a big one. We can tiptoe around to the left or go in gun. Up to you. I'll go to the left.
Nice hit!
Not getting through. Down they go!
Slayer, over here! That assist was a violation of corporate law if I ever saw one. Since it was to my...
Awfully sensible for a businessman, aren't you?
It's what I'm known for. You haven't seen Constance, have you? Ah,
What in the
at the time I was thinking, please don't see me, oh law, killing marauders and hooligans, as I am handsomely... I owe you... We can talk more...
try me?
And here we are. Told you we'd make it in one piece. Station ain't too far now.
Hey, you! Get over here! There are marauders up ahead!
How many years do you think it took nature to shape the rock into a set of horns like that?
To be honest,
This station's under the... You a marauder? Is that a trick question? Never mind. That's good, I guess. You're clear. But... Me and Sunshine are doing exactly what we... There is nothing I'd enjoy more. But the C3... You ought to talk to my crew. See that path that runs underneath that giant archway?
oh no. How the hell did marauders navigate the caverns?
Incoming! Nice one, Captain!
Can we talk? Hey, got a favor. Figure while we're out here in the wilderness anyhow. Prefer. You don't seem the type. I'll be upfront with you. I hate asking, but that... Really? I used to... I haven't... First, I'll show you. Then we find... Along... If we can find...
Nice work.
Damn,
should
but I
check
like
in
the
with
way
my
you
crew.
fight, stranger. Wish we could.
You may not realize this being as you're an outsider, but the blaring alarms indicate the station's on lockdown. Which means you can't ever get to me. So leave already.
Our skills are unrivaled.
Here's the elevator, but it ain't gonna budge while this place is on lockdown. Guess we keep... moving forward. For another way up.
Out there, whoever you are, yes, I can see you. Come here and talk to me. Face the intercom. I can't tell if you're brave or simply touched in the head. What in the galaxy? And you, need...
You could use the...
To what purpose? I happen to have some significant problems. I see why Nyoka tolerates you. By the hand of fate and my own. The Marauders may have other plans, and since my hired hands have...
Or we can call you Hiram, on account...
What? See, Nyoka? I barricaded the broadcast center, but I can only hold out for so long. They destroy the transmission equipment, the elevator and door... I hired a bunch of no-good mercs to keep them out. Already, they've caused considerable... Aside from the bits, I trade in...
Huh? Law, we are unstoppable.
Hey, elevators to your right. Get ready.
Here we go.
Stood in our way.
That's the last of them, I think.
Marauder free at last. I'll get the door. You hurry on in.
Never thought I'd be ecstatic at having... This ought to square our debt. Allow me to pose my question. That is the primary goal behind locking my... Phineas must have sent you. He's the only... I knew it was only a...
You said that.
I take up... Just... I am awaiting but a single income... But MSI and the Iconoclasts are clogging the airwaves from Stellar Bay and Amber Heights. The bandwidth! There's too much blasted back... Which of course has inadvertently... No, they're jamming the limited frequencies we have at our disposal. Nothing extraplanetary can... The safest bet is to My former partner, Sanjar, transmits from it. Don't let him try to fool you. While his messages might seem like gibberish, they are in reality. I understand why he needs the bandwidth, but Amber Heights is one of the only survivors. Graham Bryant and the Iconoclasts there got their hands on a working relay station. Now they're ceaselessly transmitting... Graham and his Iconoclasts believe anarchy is the way of life. You do that? Luck be with you. Is that... Of course I could off... We'll call... There are so... If you try to cite me on this, I will deny. MSI's ownership of Monarch is... Exactly. They are a curious lot. Sanjar's not actually at fault for his past performance reviews, but he can keep hunting for loop. Not in his... For Nebula's sake, even with the loophole I gave him, he's only in charge of MSI because I gave Sanjar and Graham legal information that would allow... The execs had their concerns, but... You mean between MSI, the Iconoclasts, and myself? I bet neither of... Back when the colony was still Terra One and corporations, I offered them a legal way to take control of the... Precisely. The other corporations were fleeing because of the but MSI had lagged behind, giving Sanjar and Graham an Even then, I plied my trade as an information. Thus, the bargain was struck. Competing ideologies. And so... Not... Finny. As far... I do... There is a I am not... As far as what's not juicy. There is a sharper side to the good scientist than you'd expect. I am not convinced as to the validity of these... What? No. Why would I go out of my way to intercept messages from Earth? There's no market. Now, if you wanted me to intercept a...
What was that?
Good thing we came along and decided to help.
Nyoka!
I bet.
Yeah, don't suppose... Thank the Eternal. But we can't leave without patching these guys up. Our medic has got our trump. Yeah, on account of giving him the order. He's...
Ours to fight.
Any luck out? Oh, fuck. Well... I love this mountain. You can see so much from here. So many beasts would need killing. So many drinks would need drinking.
Watch your footing. Can't afford any sprained ankles out here.
Rats. Clear the sulfur-sodden fucks out so Hayes can rest in peace.
Nice hit!
Down they go! And that's how it's done, Captain. Hayes was the best self-sacrificing... Now, if we're gonna lure the Manta Queen out, we'll need to think... I don't know much about it. It paid well, so they... I should, but... And to be... Thanks. Now, come on.
You must be a part of the new line. A lost cards. You know, I think I did hear something about.
Oh, no. No. No, no.
ready for this. We need those pheromones. That's the last of them.
We've got a fight on our hands.
Nailed it, Cap. Nice one.
Everyone all right?
Used to be, you could get the best. This'll be fun.
Nice hit!
Nice work!
This is Rizzo's lab, all right. Place has more dust than sweetener now.
Proximity alert. Biology human. Protocol kill all plants. Suspended. Present your Rizzo identification credentials or prepare to be downsized. Attempting to disengage security protocols without proper authorization is a fireable offense. Priming weapon. Weapons primed. Engage.
Big mistake.
Watch out. Someone... Well done. We're still alive. Easy.
All this machinery's making me a mite nervous. Gotta admit, I ain't got a lot of sympathy for someone willing to experiment on themselves. Or any person, really. Nice.
This is the part where I take over, Captain. Do not fret. I've been cracking systems like these for years. I am enthusiastic. Aha! Got... Normally the law.
This is the simple truth. We are all molecular machines. The body is a collection of atoms. The mind is a consequence of chemical reactions. Therefore,
If you'll just
No! No more listening. No more preach.
Enough, Zora. I'm not putting the torch to innocent people. Captain, apologies, but our situation... Excellent.
Did you find the Thank the
We're one step closer to bringing the truth. This plan's brilliance is in its subtlety. For the time being, let us see. I have much to do. Articles to write, sermons to...
Sermons? What?
I'm sorry. It's fine. What?
Want to make a run with me to Stellar Bay?
I test every... No... Hungry? I'm fat. No rub...
Catherine's great, ain't she?
How's... Fast, efficient, eager to please? Guessing you're... Still, this ought to compensate for your Funny, you don't look like Nelson Mason. That Thunderhead. Let me guess, it involved blood and guts and fur in places that... I take it you don't have a reservation. No, but the VIP room's charged by the night. But for you... Marvelous.
Hey, Max. What does your religion say happens to us after we die?
The body returns to the universe from whence it came. I'm sure you've seen a corpse in the various stages of decay.
Why do we exist in the first place, then? What the hell's the point?
Our lives contribute to the betterment of the human race. Everyone has a part to play for the greater advancement.
I ain't got a part. Life ain't a damn cereal.
You helped people survive the Monarch evacuation, did you not? Perhaps one of them will go on to unlock godhood for the human race.
Well, if they do.
Oh, nothing on this move. It's pretty simple, kid. I sit at the... The only thing I got to teach is get the fuck off T1. Look. You know, a tiny part, a damn... Damn. Well, ain't you clever? Fine. I was supposed to pick him up that night. Surely ain't. But it'll buy me... Look, I like your gumption. I was gonna share the bits. Here's a cup. Now go on.
Be careful with your new friends. Anyway. Oh, yes. I'm going to be up all night with this. All those...
Try to control your...
Have you any idea how powerful this is? What a question! Bureaucratic micromanagement. For our part, a bill of liquidation/transfer Form 52 will protect our holdings on Monarch by temporarily assigning them to a pass-through. See, that doesn't even make sense. This is
hardly the...
I have reason to believe that one of the other corporations is...
Mr. Nandi may be correct. If the masses learn that the board disregards their own ordinance...
If we can find proof, I can use that as leverage to encourage certain powers that be... You really think... I admit, I've been hatching this scheme for... If someone is operating here, then Catherine's almost... That's part of the problem. She has certain ambition.
Don't get yourself worked up, sir.
We really... Once you, subtly work out where this corporate facility might be, bring back proof of its operation. Maybe some nice letterhead. A foolproof... You weren't supposed to look. I asked you... Yes, but then you would have known. This has been... I give MSI everything. My work, my... One of the executives required a transfer. I thought volunteering to donate might have... Apparently not. Perhaps they were right. I hadn't thought of it. Then it's good. I've asked myself the same thing many times. especially seeing as the... Not intentionally. For many years, this planet was home to as many corporations as Terra 2. But back... Really? I always thought they were refreshingly straightforward names. Now,
Here, though,
That ain't fair. They didn't leave on account of the hazards.
sharp, and as the other... Our leadership... And how did... Most regard... But there were others... Ah, so... As far as I'm concerned, Graham seemed like a reasonable man years ago. I thought reforms would be enough. I didn't. Reforms are humane, but they're also good business. Anyway, we learned of a loophole in the corporate bylaws that would allow MSI to creating the perfect environment. No, they laughed in our faces. Yes, some of us stayed behind, and as the most senior, I moved forward with our planned reforms, as yet not long after I renamed it Monarch, the other I don't know. Everything we did was legal and above board. I do think there's something useful in a governing body like the board. Something that keeps... Why wouldn't anyone? They own near...
Without the board, chaos would overtake the system.
Yeah, that'd go...
To be on the board is to be part of the colonial community. I'm not a man to put... If membership on the board can ease our hardships and provide us with opportunities... Besides, I'm hopeful that additional... I've discovered it's much easier to negotiate from a position of power. My hope is to maintain... Well, technically, he may have suggested it, but... Technically, he does. What exact... Until we're back on the board, I need to run those advertisements. If there's no business on Monarch, then we all starve. Hiram included.
It's straight bullshit is what it is. A fabrication rich folks use to preserve their
Nyoka has the... It's a legal provision that gives the board the authority to cordon off any planet or location that it...
Unnecessary...
That's exact... Yes, making all of it... What can I do?
It's the strangest thing. Architect, have mercy. I should have known. Phineas only works with the most root. Wait, don't hurt me. Here, take this, if it will Oh, great.
Aw, you called us friends. I'd normally entertain your self-aggrandizing delusion.
Important to you is not the same as important to me. Although I do recognize that you... Uh-huh. I don't believe that for a nanosecond. But if it'll get you out of my rapidly... Look, I'll...
Rebecca Hodges and Anders Wadsworth.
If UDL hired 2 hunters back then, it would have been for creature clearing purposes. These are the coordinates for the outpost under the last... I may have a secret for you, for the right exchange. Ask.
Hiram's home. Just kidding. Guy never sets foot outside.
I'm not out of breath. I just need a minute to clear the stitch in my side.
Hey, Mannequin Sled. Meet my corporate compliance crew. Then check out our weapons locker inside. Then... we were hired to do so. Our client's a bit unorthodox, sure. He called our current gigs to... Wow, that was a bit presumptuous, don't you think? We were still debating as to whether we have an image to uphold. Our services are deservedly expended. We'll just say you were a subcontractor. Yes, that'll do. We exercised our finest judgment and hired. The corporate model is the oldest and most efficient, not to mention I lead the C3s. Got a problem?
Thank
Maybe I
the
can help.
architect! Bertolt's back!
You seen Arthur today?
So tell me, do we drink to... Sure. Might be I know something about it. Might be... Now that I consider it, I ain't heard from my delivery. We are friends, but them who push... Look, I don't know if she's been...
You don't look like a smuggler nor a dame. On. What's your... Let me think back. Yeah, I got a regular who's been twitchier than normal lately. You ought to ask Yvonne. She... No, I don't have any... This here's... Tossball, autoloader, will... This is the ante up, all right, but we don't serve drink. Try Yvonne.
Folks I never met before are my most... So... Well, that does ring a bell. I remember one lady. She never penned an... Huxley's with the icon... Does give her trouble from time. Anywho... Let me just stop you right there, stranger. Not unless it accompanies some... More than you... Bagged another one, did he? The end. Here, have a pic. Your eyes do not deceive you. If you're asking if it's Ms.
If I hear you say survival of the fittest one more time, I'm gonna lose it. Survival's about persistence and luck.
Oh, hello. Oh, she's such a gem. Ooh, I oddly... I guess. But we still gotta pay for drink. She's got a secret. Here. She was digging real deep. Well, besides... Exciting. You got me. Oh, what? I don't... Yeah, Well, on the way back, I took... So... Huh? I did a dumb thing. But this one was Then I...
There's your iconic...
Mr. Till it stops, Zora says I'll be...
Looks like they were ambushed.
We ought to be quick about this.
Please, you don't have to do... Look! I didn't mean what I said about your outfit. It's very fashionable, I swear.
As bystanders, does this make us complicit?
You hiding?
Trouble incoming, Captain.
Got them!
Fate shines on us today. Something there.
Huh? Gonna find you!
Here they come. Night hit! Down they go!
That's the last of them.
Everyone all right?
Here we go.
A fine hit, Captain!
Stay back. I may be wounded, but I'm still... How'd you get past my Well, you don't gotta be mean about it. What are you doing out here anyway? That feels a mite better. Wish I had something to give you, but I gnawed through my lap. Cave like this makes a handy place to store goods, or... Catherine had us making drops for some big-shot client out here. The whole point of making... The Marauders knew we were coming. If they found us... Sounds right. Me?
Thank you again. Anyway? I'm sorry. They're hardly a corp. The evidence I'm hoping for would implicate one of the board powers. Anti-Cleo?
Not that we don't appreciate...
Excellent timing on your part. I worked my fingers to nubs, but I finally completed the board.
You're getting a...
So I knew there was something going on. This is exactly the proof we need. I'll transmit this data along with the completed bolt.
That means no more broad...
Do you hear that? It's the blessed sound of radio silence. Yes, indeed. But before we get down to it...
I'd say fairly competently.
Is that... Oh, I believe it will. But the price I pay won't be to you. I don't doubt that you are working with Phineas, but my contract specifies I relay any acquired information to the purchaser. However, to send the data, I will need your assistance in cycling. You make it sound so scandalous. Phineas has been in hiding for the past 35 years. He got in touch with me.
Now you hold on. I do not physically go between anyone but that of my choose. Oh, apologies. You meant... right.
Precisely. Oh, don't be ridiculous. We're resetting a broadcast tower, not... It's simple, truly. I merely need you to waltz... Eternal, no. What is wrong with you? Who would ever design something like... However, you're welcome to brew me a Rizzo inst... Just step outside, flip the switch, depart forever.
This is why I stopped helping out around here, you know. It's always throw this lever, shoot that marauder, save my life.
We're almost done.
Terrific. I'll be here.
Testing 1, 2, check, check. Sweet stuff. Oh, and I also dispatched Phineas. Now I'll kindly thank. There's no need to assert your dominance. I doubt I could make... Look, I am well aware that at times I may have the tiny... As Nyoka can attest.
Why, he told us to leave without flinging insults at... What in the vo-
Black holes. Did you see that? Look, there's not enough room in this tower for 2 sarcastic hullheads, so one of us has to knock it off. Right. I reckon we both know who that'll fall to. Oh well, a pity for the crew, but I can't see how it affects me. Hiram? Can you hear me? Architect, save me from swimmers and fools. Sanjar, what are you bloody doing? Yes, but... Hiram! Hiram, are you there? Allow me to save you the trouble as I fling myself from this tower. Ah, the good captain. The truth brings us together once more. Our salvation has come... Are you mad? That's a UDL gunship. Ah, I see you learned nothing. We could use the gunship's armaments to defend Stellar Bay, but we need it. Our message is so close to breaking free of... Listen, I don't care a single whit, which means get off...
Quietly now. Don't have time for this. Huh?
Take you! Score, Cap!
Excellent hit! Everyone all right? You won't get any mercy from me. Here they come. They're dead. Our survival.
You go on ahead, Captain. I'm not keen on ships, even when they're in the best of shape.
I'll stay here as well, to keep an eye out for any potential threats.
the chief engineer on this gunship, and I'd like to let the record show that our captain is a total fucking hullhead. I told him, again and again, that without fixing our regulators, spinning up the engines are going to blow through our coils and we'll go flying off in a completely random direction. Well, here we are. Thinking we'll hit soil in about 30 seconds. This is your chief engineer signing off for what is probably the last time. It's a shame you can't see this middle finger I'm holding up, because I'm doing it as hard as I can.
I bet you'll like what's up?
If the Iconoclasts reach that ship, I don't suppose you've found the targeting They're all mad! And what's more, they left us! Not...
Remember?
Yes. The words in those reviews were very hurtful, but they do not... I hadn't thought of it that... Supposing you're right, who exactly would you... That's an interesting suggestion. I confess I don't know much about her.
There ain't a body on this planet that can keep a group patched up like she has.
I'd be willing to consider it. Excellent. Her review would be in the Rizzo offices in... Well, because the... Look, Celia...
I don't think...
Really? Huh? What is important is that there's a considerable distance between us and that ship. Do you just think of... Oh, what I've got here is a town full... Wow! Because once we mount them on Stellar Bay's walls, no Marauder or Raptidon will ever... Stellar Bay will be...
The point is, this weapon system would be a powerful advantage, and we...
The board's own Salvage and Recovery Clause 32B would say differently.
And they won't dare challenge us over this. Not after the data you found on their...
Can you imagine what those maniacs would do with weapons?
And roll back all the progress...
This would... Even if they merely sat on the scraps, the threat of a bunch of anarchists holding a gun...
Threaten the system's order and you call down the wrath of the universe.
Oh, you see how...
Don't worry. We'll send an engineering team for those.
Of course, they'll be useless without that targeting module, which is why...
Which is also why we can't let...
Good, because we haven't... That's surprising. The board's equipment is usually in top shape.
Agreed. This...
You think so? I always thought scarcities on Monarch were...
Who wants to play an impromptu tossball match? No one? Really?
The gunship. Mount its guns to our walls or the walls of Stellar Bay. The board is coming, Captain, and the... Why wouldn't they? As we speak, our message assaults their populace through their fate. All right. The icon... Meanwhile, we seek... Oh, the gun...
Something on your mind? Too bad. Had I a reliable third party I could trust to set up a meet, maybe I'd consider it. With all the help you've done here, at first I thought it could have been you. But I can't trust you to think logically. Your priorities are skewed a bit too much like Graham's. For all I... So no. In another life... Nice day, huh? Come on.
The gunship. At last. Now we must secure the Stellar Bay landing pad. We will fortify...
Great. We're about to create...
And you, Cap... No. Our hearts have long since closed. Time is... The gunship. And you, Cap. This is it. Meet our forces in the ruin.
We need you out there. Take the city or die.
If you were in charge, would you keep...
Here they come. Don't mess with us.
go! Open fire! Dissident neutralized! Yeah, I can destroy me. Excellent hit.
Sanjar's death is... But I mustn't let that distract me from our victory. And save it we shall. With For the moment, we will recuperate. Collect ourselves and our resources.
As you would.
Hell of a job, Captain.
You look like a woman who's looking for some
Sebastian, you ever...
I must have hunted. At least you're in... I don't know. Celia... She works for Sanjar at MSI. He came to Stellar Bay years ago.
I kept telling him.
Who wouldn't? Now that just sounds... Sure. Well, tell you what. All right.
Pass.
Last man of Queen.
It's been quite some time since I was in Stellar. We used that on our marketing materials, you know. Soon, there will be no marketing materials. We'll spread the truth to the town. If your enemy defend, then... I suppose I hadn't thought about it. That'd be a sight. All the board's bits. We aren't in any business. Some of my people will fish. Others will make... I surely...
Gotta admit, kinda miss Amber Heights.
Carry on.
Watch your step if you venture outside the walls.
If you want to talk to the boss, she's in the back of the warehouse.
Velma seem out of sorts.
I don't mean to judge, but are you ever sober, Ms. Remnorine Wentworth?
Only when I got a job to do, and even that ain't a guarantee.
Here they come!
You look like a... He'll probably be one... That's pretty sad.
Anyone fool enough to chase after a queen is pretty...
So this journal is all he left behind? Huh. In any case, I Huh?
Pick up any more strays while you were out? I suppose if the crew's quarters fill up, we could hang hammocks in the cargo hold.
Our fuel cells are now primed with... Welcome back, Captain. How can... May luck be with you. Of course. We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
Initiating initialization sequences. Greetings, customer! Would you like to You know what's great about our SAM units? They never need... All SAM units travel fully as... Got stubborn stains. Did you know SAM units are capable of equipping regulation-grade flamethrower? SAM units live to clean. Issuing sanitation ticket. Error! Refill printer paper. Thank you. All cleaning tasks have been... Muting volume now.
I'd wager this is the outpost. Rebecca! Anders! Come on out! Here we go!
Powered with prejudice. Good news, customer. All germs and contaminants have been neutralized.
Hey, take a gander. The door's busted. Huh. Rebecca taught me this once. But we've only ever... Oh no. Oh no. What did you do?
Sam, making blood-stained clean again.
They were... That bitch! They were all set to abandon us! What would Clara say, huh? Every day she'd ask if we heard from you. And she'd have forgiven you. The kid had a soul that made the sulfur smell like roses. Ugh. Hard to leave your medallions to rot with you, but Clara would want to be buried with her sister. At least I know. I hate to say this, but Clara died thinking her sister was still fighting to get back home. Only thing left is to take these medallions home, which means figuring out how to bait the Mana Queen. The most pissed off I've ever seen a queen was when a foreign species was on her soil. Not unless you happen to be familiar. Never had the pleasure of hunting primals, but I...
Hey, Captain. I hope I wasn't too much bother. Some of the drinks we tried, I even liked. I guess it's not... And I don't feel it today. I messaged Junlei when we got back, and she replied super quick. I reread my message in the morning, and it was unclear. I've ruined things in the past because I didn't say things I should. I want to be honest with her. Yeah. In my defense, it's not... I ought to go write her back. I mean...
I am a dirty, autonomous digital astrogator, Sam. I haven't cleaned my internals in ages. Can you hardly process the sheer quantity of dust buildup in there? Tell me you've seen worse. We'll continue this later. Destination reached. Scylla.
Hey, boss, I want to talk to you.
Hey boss, got a hypothetical for you? You got a friend, see? Somebody, 5 years go by, they send you a... Right, forgot about that. Though, shock and disbelief's a good way to put... Guy by the name of Clyde Harlow. I just heard from him. Says he wants... Figured I should let you know, seeing as we're on Scylla and all. Clyde's got a... I know we've got bigger problems to worry about right now.
What have the solar winds deposited on my doorstep? I must admit, I tire...
We've been told this was once yours. I believe the knowledge within here contains the answers I seek. Answers that will free men's minds from toil.
I can translate it, but it won't do you any good. I can see you are a man.
I have spent my life in contemplation.
There is one way that can speed up the process. It involves a combination of... A crass way to put it. Either hallucination, and I believe he may...
I'm committed.
No matter the cost. It's just drugs, man.
All right. Head on into the meditation room and partake of...
Poor Maximilian. Maximilian, why are you still doing this? You've been fighting against the world since before you left home. Haven't you figured out yet that the more you fight, the more pain you cause yourself?
Mother, you're dead. You can't be here. I knew this was too good to be true. These are just cheap hallucinogens that have... What's happening to my voice? Does my voice sound weird to you? And what's wrong?
What's wrong, Max? Can't think straight? Now you know how I feel. Wait, forget I said that.
We are obviously the victims of a tasteless joke being perpetuated. Perpetrated? I mean, we're being made fool. When I get out of here,
Maximilian, always ready to give up, to lash out, always searching for it.
You look inside yourself all the time, Max. But with your head buried up your posterior.
and platitudes from a figment.
Who said I wasn't a figment of your mind? But you know the truth. You don't need someone else to tell you. You've always known it. We're overwhelmed with stories from our earliest days. These stories are how we try to make sense of our lives.
I got your story right here.
I'm Vicar Max. I'm uptight. I love the church, and I'm a stooge for the board. And I don't understand.
If you insist, you must give up your fantasy of control. Whether you resist or not, it will take you wherever it wants. More assuredly than even the fictional architects plan to slave away.
No, that's not true. The basis of everything is order, not chaos. It's true, I know it is. So...
No, it didn't. I made myself happy. There's nothing holding you back.
This whole thing, it's... You couldn't be more right. Hello, Max. What? Who? Not really. I'm who you think you are. Why?
Yeah, Max? Why?
What are you talking about? I can do that.
Let's go, so enjoy the performance.
I see you're back with us. Feared we lost you there. Never seen... Ruined? You seem to be having quite the time. Though I must admit I was a bit concerned when you... I was joking. You passed out fairly early in the process. No. Not perfect in that, but it is still perfect. Of course there is pain and loss. I am content.
So, how...
Not so much found.
Yes, it is... It looks like you learned something in...
Of course you were.
Captain, if you're looking for crew members Ellie or Felix, they're sharing a drink upstairs.
So then I says, fine.
What's on your mind? Yeah, sure thing. Ask away. Clyde was my first friend. Yeah, so we... That's what I don't know. Clyde. Clyde wasn't an idiot. He kept his head down, worked hard. Did as he... But when the Mardettes had their backs turned... Yeah, but...
Here they come!
Cycle complete.
Jackasses incoming!